Time for another concert calendar. This time it's for all of our friends living in the Kansai area. We're coming to you from Grand Front, Osaka, and we have a very special guest all the way from Portland, Oregon, well-known world-class harmonica player, Mr. Joe Powers. How you doing, Joe?
How's it going, Kong?
Welcome back to the Kong Show.
It's great to be here.
Now, you were recently performing here in Osaka, right?
That's right. I played at the Grand Regis Hotel, and I was also at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Wow, some classy places.
That's right.
And you have been performing all over the world too, right?
Yes, sir.
For example?
Yeah, I've been in about 11 countries in the past 3 months.
So your passport is getting kind of thick, right?
It's getting a little full right now.
Now, Joe, we're here at Grand Front, and folks, I got to tell you, he was busking with a band over here under the escalator just a few minutes ago, and I recorded a little bit of that, Joe, with my iPhone. And I hope you don't mind. We'll play a little bit at the end of this interview. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
We're anxious to hear your top 3 concert picks, but before we do that, you were also performing, jamming the other night with a member of Bobby Caldwell's band. Bobby is here, was performing at Billboard Live, and his keyboard player, Mark McMillan, was jamming in a little club. You heard the jam going on. You pulled your harmonica out of your pocket. You walked onto the stage, and how did that feel?
It was great. You know, harmonica is so portable, so I always have the thing with me, and I pulled it out, and man, jamming with that guy was amazing.
He's so fluid on the keyboards.
I don't know how he does it. It's
But
amazing.
You were amazing too.
Thank you.
And I have a little video of that. Can I show that right now?
Sure.
You got to see this. This is Joe Powers, and this is Joe Powers.
Yeah, keep going, man.
And that was you jamming with Mark?
Yes, sir.
What an incredible night for the people who were in the club.
Wow, it was so much fun.
All right, we want to get to your countdown of your top 3 concerts coming to Kansai. Let's start with number 3.
Okay, number 3. Well, if you happen to be an owner of a lonely heart,
Ooh.
you're going to be very excited because Yes is coming to town on November 24th.
No.
Yes.
Very cool. And so the group Yes is your number 3 pick in our countdown.
Yes.
I'm anxious to hear about your number 2 pick, but Joe, before we get to that, first we should mention we're coming to you from on the street, so you're going to hear all kinds of noises in the background, buses, cars, motorcycles, people screaming, yelling, having fun on the street. But before, as I mentioned, we get to your number 2 pick, I know you're packing. It's like 007 here.
Yes, I always have a harmonica on me, of course.
And so before the end of our countdown, do you think we can get you to perform live?
Of course.
All right, here in the concert calendar. Now, we're anxious to know about your number 2 pick for concerts coming to the Kansai area. Who do you pick as your number 2 choice?
Okay, number 2, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You remember when it first started, September, love was changing the mind.
So, Joe, Earth, Wind, and Fire is your number 2 pick.
That's right.
I'm anxious to hear your number 1 pick coming up next, but before we get there, you're always walking around here in Osaka. You've got that harmonica in your pocket. And when you see a bunch of street musicians, what happens?
Can't resist, Kong. I heard a song, I had to pull out the harmonica and jam along.
Well, actually, you know, as I mentioned, we were shooting a little bit of video when you did that tonight. So if you don't mind, can we put that on right now?
Okay.
All right.
those guys were a lot of fun.
There was no spotlight or anything like that, but you guys were just kind of playing in the dark, treating everybody to some really good music.
Thank you.
You seem to have a knack for doing that kind of stuff.
Well, I've been doing it since I was a kid.
Really? When did you start?
Started playing when I got my first harmonica when I was 2, but I didn't get my first lesson until I was 14.
I understand you do give lessons too on the internet via, what is it?
Via Skype.
Skype,
Yeah. Anyone can take a lesson if they'd like. Yeah.
How can people find out more about you?
They can go to joepowers.com.
And all the information about your concerts and lessons right there.
It's all right there.
Speaking of concerts, I understand you're going to be back in Japan when? This fall? Is that right?
That's exactly right. I'll be back November, December.
And if we want information about your concerts?
On my homepage or Facebook as well, they can find me on there.
And I'm anxious to hear now about your number one concert pick for all your friends here in the Kansai area.
All right. All right.
Little drum roll.
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
And his all-star band.
Yes. And Kong,
Yeah.
did you know that there's actually a hamburger joint in Tokyo, and they're coming out with a new burger. It's called the Ringo Starr Burger.
Really?
Yeah. Teddy's Hamburgers. It's gonna have an apple, Ringo in Japanese,
Yeah.
right? And it's gonna be cut like a star,
Oh.
sitting right on top of the hamburger patty. On the patty, it's gonna be good.
Very clever. And Ringo Starr is coming with his all-star band. You know any of the members of the all-star band?
Well, yeah, they're all my friends. I mean, you know.
All your friends, that's right. Steve Lukather, of course.
Of course.
Yeah,
The
from Toto.
guy is a monster.
Yeah, Greg Raleigh's going to
Yeah.
be in that band. Joe, thank you for joining us here in the Kong Show concert calendar.
It was my pleasure, Kong.
Thank you very much. Live on the street here in Osaka, we're doing it real guerrilla style. You promised something to us. You promised to take us out with a live song on your harmonica.
I did, didn't I?
Something for the summertime? You got something?
It is summertime. All right, Kong, can you help me out here?
I'll do my best.
All right, follow this.
Okay. Hey! What was that?
I don't know.
What's going on there? A live audience.
Nice.
Anyway, that's it. That's all the time we have for the concert calendar. Thanks for checking us out. Joe Powers, we're looking forward to your return this fall.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.